Let's take a look at the concept of a case type within Service Journey. As a fully customizable feature, an organization can define different case types, such as inquiry, complaint, order, service request. Anything relates to a pieces of information or a process that the organization is attempting to resolve for. On screen, we present an example of a complaint that's been defined according to the requirements of a customer. At the top, in the tab name, we see the complaint reference number, which is automatically generated when the caseworker first creates the record. Under that, we also see a workflow, a visual representation of the different steps that this particular record needs to go through in order to meet a resolution. There is also a button area which allows us to either close the complaint or move the complaint back into different stages of the workflow. There's also a static area for a header, and these can be key fields that the organization would like displayed to users no matter where they are on the screen working in these different tabs. The tabbed area is also fully customizable, and each tab can be set up to achieve a different function as required. The first tab is a very common one, and this tab is simply to create and store all the fields that relate to this particular complaint. Using the Service Journey drag and drop screen builder, an admin can very quickly define a data model and fields and drag and drop the fields onto the screen so that in a way that they're intuitive and meet requirements. The caseworker then sees that screen layout and can retrieve, update information as they need to. The next tab represents emails, and this can be emails that are both being sent from the system, as evidenced by the reply and forward buttons on the top of the section there, or it could be emails that are being received externally from the customer or any other party related to this particular complaint. The solution will grab those emails and automatically attach them to the complaint. I also have the ability as a caseworker to move that email to another case if needed. In addition to the email history, we also have the ability to capture documents, and this can be Word documents, PDF documents, videos, anything else that can be separately used to help capture information about this complaint. Each document can be grouped according to folders, as we see here, and then as documents are uploaded or scanned in, they can be stored against a folder or against no folder. Clicking on a document also gives us the ability to store notes or other document categorization or indexing that can be done on the right. The Related tab can be used to link one complaint to another complaint or any other type of case type as dictated by the administrator. For example, we may have an inquiry first about an issue that then results in a complaint, and we'd like to link the complaint back to that inquiry. This screen gives us the ability to link to those existing other cases, or we can create a whole new case and link automatically using these buttons. The task window gives us a view of any tasks for the workflow that's been created to support this complaint. This could be an automated or prescribed workflow. That is, when the complaint is first created, a series of tasks are created and auto-assigned or manually assigned, and each task needs to be completed in order to have the complaint resolved. Otherwise, there is a manual process where the caseworker can add tasks and generate them as needed. This is not one where they have a prescribed workflow, but one that meets their immediate needs. And simply adding the task will create each one, and it also helps keep track of the work. Tasks, when they're assigned, will also appear in the caseworker's inbox in a section very much like this. The History tab will give us a view of all the events that have occurred, so this is very handy for auditing purposes. We can see a grid view such as this, which tells you not only the event but also the information that was captured for that event, along with the date and time and the caseworker that was responsible for it. In addition, we can take a timeline view in a very graphical nature. So as the complaint moves through the workflow and things change, we can see that information in a very visual view there. Interactions will give us the ability to see phone conversations or email conversations through a call center type application, so that we can see a good history of related conversations with this particular customer. Other tabs that move on can then be more custom defined. So we could have a survey that we want to capture for each complaint. The survey email goes out. When it comes back in, the results are collated and can be presented in a tab like this as an example. We also have the ability to have multi-threaded conversations. So as a caseworker, I can ask for help or ask for opinion or invite interest from other people within the organization, and they can then be involved and reply. As we see here, I can invite people, I can leave the discussion, I can see who's involved, respond, edit, and remove. Over on the right, we have again more of another tabular area, and an important concept over here is that of the people involved with this complaint. So I need to know who the particular guest was, for example, lodging the complaint. Also like to know any interested parties and perhaps the person within the organization that was also involved on the day. Simply clicking the Add to Case button gives us a search screen. This is where we can have a drop-down field or enter the name of the person. So we can define that we're now listing the complainant, and I can either search through my list of existing external people, or I can create them and add them for the first time. Simply clicking Save now gives me the ability to see a history and a current view of all the people related with the case type. This is a view of an example of a case screen, and other examples are available.